just jumps himself in and burns up the remaining life of Yang. In fact, even stopping his attack. Three heroes under the tier 1 tower will just be held in position. They'll still finish the tier 1 tower. And into Roshan, Team Secret move. Puck is up in 13 seconds time.
Yeah, I love the puppy build, enabling his anti-mage, the Vlad's Piston Valley, and I can't really imagine them doing Roche without these items. So really seeing the game plan come into fruition here.
Does Timber buy back? Eurus is here, he's gonna blast the field, do some damage inside the Pimp, and Tiny tosses him up, tries to trap Pimp, but BKB from Eurus, we're gonna steal the damage. There's so much damage in towards Zai, he's trying to jump himself out in time, back towards the shrine, they're healing up, but Viper won't be so lucky, and Matumberman left behind, he just gets bashed up by Roshan, he gets locked in, VG, Zai, no he couldn't steal it, he tried to get in, actually grabbed the Aegis Immortal, but Radiant have already taken everything, the Aegis in the hands of Eurus. And Team Secret, yeah, they didn't think that VG would try it either, but VG claim so many core kills, plus Roshan, plus the Aegis.
God, I was giving so many props to Secret, but VG, they are making it happen. I really thought at this point, if they got the Aegis on Secret, this might be just GG in a matter of 10 or 15 minutes, but whoo-wee.
Yeah, that's something you want to see again. That's one hell of a fight.
They changed the disables on the anti-mage really well there, preventing him from blinking. The silence on Puck, then the disruption on Shadow Demon, and then they had the leash on Puck. They didn't quite have it up yet before that. And I think Secret's got to be careful. As long as they don't give them the 5-on-5s that VG wants, then I think they'll be able to take this game. But VG definitely has the stronger team fight.
Here we go again, we watch it. BKB from Eurus couldn't come at better time. The control not being there from Prophet.
The silence into the disruption, into the coil. He's just not getting out. That Desolator from Puck, I love it. Something we're seeing more and more often. The phase shift makes it so you apply it to everyone around you. The 90 damage talent at level 15. And he's almost got that Ag Scepter. So suddenly this window for killing Anti-Mage that I thought was just slowly but surely closing is broken wide back open.
Yeah, now they're starting to have the DPS they require. Roshan even helping out, so it wasn't the bash, it was the clap that he lended.
Zai.
There we go again. Zai out of position. Puppy just TP'd in to try and help. A quick sprout to TP away to safety will not be successful. Force dump, can't get down the hill either. And these pickoffs back to back, remember, you still have this Aegis to the Immortal VG Gaming. They just want to feel a little bit more confident to go high ground, and they're going to be able to. Matumba seen on bottom lane. If DY can cancel this TP out of Matumba, it could cause real problems for the home defense. In fact, they're just TPing down the bottom lane. Matumba, quick blink away. DY hoping to keep up with him. So VG decided against the tier 3 tower. A quick silence, but Matumba's just walking it off. Goes back over towards his outpost where he's got proper vision. And this haste rune Puck searching for Matumba will not find him.
That's smart. Rather than
but they do catch out Eurus. No quick follow-up, Nietzsche too far away, and yeah, he's got Aegis.
And the rest of his team is just beelining it from the bottom lane. I like how Matumba Man stayed bottom. He didn't like panic TP back to base while he was running away. Using the shrine or the outpost vision, immediately pushes the lane again, forcing VG back and forth. This is just the cat and mouse that they have to play during this Aegis. VG trying to force a fight, Secret trying to do all they can to not have to fight them 5-on-5. They benefit from skirmishes. They have a lot of single target pickoff. They have a lot of burst damage. Meanwhile, VG has all these tanky, immobile heroes like the Timbersaw, the Razor, the Tree.
I think Matumba's going to start giving some of these items over. Yeah, he's going to give both the Craggy Coat as well as the Quickening Charm to the Viper, who will then give the Craggy Coat over to mid one. Because you do not want, like, both Viper as well as AM do not want that item. The negative attack speed.
Yeah, support Tiny, though, very content to have 31 armor for free. That sounds pretty balanced.
No one's taken that top bounty rune. Zai's going to come over. It's like, well, I'll take the bounty, and I guess I'll take the outpost too. Looks so stupid.
Yeah, Zai loves doing that. It was on his stream, and his viewers were like, does that do anything? He's like, nah, it just looks really funny. It's only when somebody else on your team is also channeling it, because otherwise you just reset the timer.
Yep. Some fresh items. BKB up from Viper. Enjoying that one. Aghanims for Puck.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like we have gone through. Was that all of our tier 3 neutrals up and running?
It's amazing how one fight can just change the pace of this game so drastically. At this point, I think Secret has to have to wait for this Abyssal Blade on Anti-Mage. Potentially look for a crucial pickoff like the puck earlier.
Oh, mid one. Hori's going to think about his own pickoff. Mid one. Starting over on the outpost. He's going to continue the channel through it. Timbersaw TPing in as well, but it all comes too late. Now the Avalanche actually clipping the Tree Protector underneath the Sentry Ward. They find him. Bring him down.
Getting kills crucial for Secret right now because it just prevents the rest of VG from
TP's in. That Sprout doesn't last too long. Yang chaining through, Puppy with the force up, able to dodge the attack from Yang, who now has to chain himself up out this one. As mid one won't even allow it, throwing him back in towards the fight. Shadow Demon looked to help out too, but now it's just Yang kind of stranded, surrounded by 4 heroes. One of them going to TP out, and nope, Matumpa's there for the kill. Secure him with the Mana Void. In fact, it's mid one who punches it. The Mana Void was enough damage. Echo Slam. Really, they just go from one to the next. The next, Ori will be nearby. He gets the Dream Coil. A little bit extra damage, splitting it off. We'll have to wait through the Dream Coil, so Team Secret cannot get more. For VG Gaming, as it's just one by one, they march towards Team Secret's death line.
Yeah, if Secret can force them apart like this, they benefit. But if Secret groups up like they did in the Roche Pit, I think VG's going to wipe them every single time. Both teams really punishing the mistakes of the opponent. I think they're really forcing them to make it, though, right? Secret maybe got a little antsy going for that early Roche, but that was all set up by a lot of constant split pushing, applying pressure that they have to react to on the side of VICI. And Aegis is gone. I don't know if they've missed their timing. I thought they missed their timing already. Then they had it again.
This just feels to be like the state you can feel of Dota. Matama jumping in there, burning the Mana of Ori so quickly. He has no time to react. Size control was more than enough.
So hard to play puck as the game goes on. The damage from Anti-Mage plus this stun from Shaker is always going to be a kill.
Yeah, because you can't Lincoln's dodge any of this. Like, what do you get? Like an Aeon?
That doesn't feel good, but that might be the only way he can deal with it.
He's going BKB, but the BKB also, if you don't trigger it in time, you can't react in time.
Yeah, usually you can just fissure from fog like Zai did there, and there's no reacting to that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe then there's more pressure on Yang to be the front liner. He has his mana burn just as fast.
Yeah, he's almost like a ticking time bomb for the rest of his teammates if he's getting hit by the Anti-Mage.
So Tree, as well as SD, you're gonna have to do some heavy saving. The Blink Dagger now afforded by the Tree and Protector.
They're smoked up. Anti-Mage Abyssal.
Another grab. Goodbye, Timbersaw. That plus 20 strength talent, not giving him enough to survive. Like
exactly.
Well, it's SD's going for like the chain ultimate. He's going for an Aghanim Scepter build. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to finish that. Team Secret can just start to step up the pace.
Yeah, the break really good against both the Anti-Mage and the Viper.
Top tower has fallen.
When you get that Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Razor went for this butterfly, but I think they needed a disable or something. They needed some low cooldown, reliable way of locking Secret down.
You actually want him to have like a scythe?
Yeah, something like that. I don't think that you can just have Coil from Puck be the only way that you reliably kill heroes, because then it's so much on Ori. He has to be the farming hero, he has to be the initiating hero. He's just going to have so much to do that it's kind of easy for Secret to read VICI's movements based on one hero.
It's kind of nice when you think of it on one way, like VG Gaming can have a backup damage form, so it's not just on Puck, it's less pressure on Ori, which I think he'll be as fine as this tournament has gone. Like, having less pressure on Ori is okay, but I get you. Where is you disable? You had all the damage, but can you inflict it?
Yeah, as long as they can force the fights, his damage is good. But right now, that's their issue, so looking to make it happen with the smoke now.
See mid one's position. He's underneath the observer ward. He's making sure the smoke will not be able to surprise Team Secret. Roshan will respawn in 1 minute 45.
They check it, but it's not up.
They're also checking for wards, but the sentry is barely out of range of the dire orb. So VG Gaming probably feel like they're in a good spot, or away from vision, but Eurus is sitting right on top of it. So is the it's a Tree Protector, a 3-man echo. Zai hits in hard. FD's already down. The Ogre creates more space. Puck doing some good damage. Eurus as well. He's going to do it through the BKB. Animate as well as the ES will both end up falling. And DY, I don't know how, but he barely survived this fight.
Yeah, I think
that looked so good when Zai initiated.
Yeah, I think Secret underestimated that. All of VICI was right there. I think they thought that they were going to get 1 or 2 quick kills and then turn it into an advantageous team fight. But VICI, you saw the damage. They can bring down Anti-Mage if all 5 of them are there.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about with Eurus' build, that he does do enough damage.
And he just hit 25. We're 34 minutes in. He cracked the 25. He's got a Paladin Sword to buff him up as well. So Sustain is up, and let's just see this start once again. So mid one started all this, fighting on DY. And Zai looked like he was going to nail this whole fight.
I think they should have focused the tree. That overgrowth just won them the fight. If they had focused the tree, I think they underestimated that he was going to be tanky enough to live through that initiation, as you said.
Yeah, Nisha, when he Hurricane piked himself up the hill, and then he started battling into the Razor, who just BKB'd.
Yeah.
Damage problems going the other way.
This Lotus Orb from Prophet will be a big deal if he manages to block the static link from the Razor. It just reflects it, basically negating it. Oh, they have 2 Lotus Orbs queued up. Okay, so they're really investing on basically putting items on their Anti-Mage as well as their Viper. They have the bunch of Force Staff, they have the Vlad, the Solar Crest, now 2 Lotus Orbs coming out.
Protect the 2 cores so they can stand on the front lines together, not just one by one. But it feels like VG Gaming, they made the most of the opportunity. You take a fight, you clean up the sides. You've already taken the all the towers on the top as well as the mid lane. There's just the tier 2 tower on bottom. But Puppey doing Puppey things. Every outpost is for the taking.
They're coming though.
He's got a 4-staff available. And they do so much damage. Zai, a Fidget block. There's your 4-staff. Begins his TP away to safety. No, they find him. Dual Scepter is available. Puppey comes down and dies.
I was like, if he gets out of here, man.
It was the only disable that Yang had to offer. SD was coming, but he was a little too far away. But with Puppey down, they look towards Roshan. This will be the second of the game. Mid one, also getting good information. Ori jumps forward, gets a Dream Call over on mid one. They're using their Radiant Observer to try and take this fight, slowing mid one down. The Lozo will not protect him. And now he's dead for 75 seconds. Matumba's looking for a rebuttal with a push on bottom lane. Maybe he can take the tier 2 tower. But losing Roshan for this? Dangerous.
That coil lasts so long, man. 8 seconds.
8 seconds for that, and the double damage to give him even more pop. Matumba's going to try and trade for a little bit more. He's still looking to the tier 3 tower on bottom lane. And now contest Roshan. The whole from Team Secret is there.
To the Radiant. Radiant's bottom tower is
Now
under
VG
attack.
Gaming have a second life on the Razor. The cheese is currently in the backpack of the puck. Got a funny feeling they're going to give that to the Timbersaw.
Smoked up on VICI.
He's got 9 Bloodstone charges on the Timber.
We have seen worse from Ori yesterday. I think he had like
it was
4.
the same team, different player. Under the cover of smoke, VG. Zai just blinked himself close up, but not close enough to break the smoke or make himself a target. Eurus will be the front liner. Puppey's preparing for the siege. Defensive sentry wards. Inside the base they go.
Yeah, Zai is like circling where exactly they are. They know that they've kind of done this clean sweep across the map. They're just trying to corral Secret into their base. They know the split push threat is what they have to deal with. And even though they don't get a kill from that, look at where Secret is. I think it really did accomplish what they were going for.
And they look to get to bottom. They won't get there in time. Yang's already going to get the outpost. But it's not going to stop them from trading it straight back again. Still another minute and a half until the 40.
Yeah, they're looking for this Timbersaw.
Yeah, they just want him.
They know he's there.
If you can blink Abyssal Blade, then that is... Oh, okay. And he can miss chain like that. There's attempted kill. He's turning around. Razor's coming back over. Puppey just took the Shrine. Puck also TPing forward. Timbersaw still looking for his own target. Mid one finds his, which is Eurus. It's the Aegis Morse, not the target Team Secret want. But they're happy to do the early chip damage.
Yeah, Secret's going to keep trying to find you with 4 heroes against your 1, and then VG... Yeah.
And then Puppey just goes top. We'll drag you the other side of the map and we'll take the other outpost. And if you push up too far, Puppey can just TP down, take that outpost, and then TP back anyway.
Pretty hard to get both outposts against a good Prophet player, that's for sure.
Backdoor protection. The creep wave will finally arrive, so VICI claim this remaining outer tower. New item, so Aeon Disc for the Shadow Demon. That's a nice way to survive.
Yeah, they seem content having no extra disables on VICI. Nobody building into a sheepstick on, like, not even the puck.
It's just the raw damage. We kill what we can in the very short span of time we've got.
Exactly.
The puck is getting there. Like, he's got BTs going in for the Daedalus.
Most likely going to take the Dream Coil Rapid Fire at level 25. That's what we've been seeing a lot of with this physical damage build. The phase shift attack kind of made this build way more viable than it's ever been.
Yeah.
Just makes it come online much sooner. Before, it didn't really make sense to go for the Dream Coil Rapid Fire because up until level 25, he didn't really do any damage.
I actually love how, too, he gets to combine with the telescope of the SD, and the Viper doesn't get one of his own for his team.
They did get that
range advantage.
They did get the outpost right before the 40-minute mark, so VICI does claim both outposts in terms of XP.
Yang's even going to get the bounty rune on bottom.
I just watched mid one try to swing, and he's got the craggy coat plus his ultimate. Takes him so long to finish one attack.
That's classic speed, Tiny. You always remember the Tinies who had hidden into the racks. Like, I'm going to remove 25% of this of the HP of the racks, but I will take 5 seconds to swing my arm. Raids is getting bigger and bigger. We may actually have, in another VG game, another level 30 hero. Eurus is already at 27. With a DD rune bolted up, he'll trigger it now. They don't have much longer left on this Aegis of the Immortal. They really want to make the use of it.
As if 8-second coils were not long enough. He has the Timeless Relic now. So 25% on top of that, as well as the 15% damage. One of the best tier 4 items, if not the best for Puck.
What did Razor manage to pick up? He got the Havoc Hammer. 30 damage, 80 strength. Sure, you'll switch that one in after the Aegis is timed out.
And he gave it to his tree as well. He's got open slots. He's fine to take that extra little boost. Might even help him clear some waves.
Yeah.
As a support.
But his tree is the real meme hammer, boy. And the Soul so close to Team Secret, but that's a long chain away. Team Secret having that smoke break. Not what they wanted. Yang, feel his aggression turning around. He's just looking for a target to your scepter. Well, the other 3 heroes of Team Secret still smoked in mid lane.
Can they catch Rager? He still has Aegis. Is it timing out? It is going to be out in a
10
few
seconds. 10 seconds.
They're waiting for it.
I have to wait a little longer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Zai plays the ward on the hillside. I realize Yang's moving over, doesn't want anything to do with it. The Minotaur Horn will be a new item. Switch straight in to the anti-mage. Plus 20 strength.
Oh, he gave the Van Brace up. Will Nisha take it? He does. Okay. That is an agility Van Brace, so probably not very good on anyone else. AC going to be done on the Razor. He's all in on this physical right-click damage, and that is, he's the only one on his team that does it. I guess the Puck kind of enables it, and now that he has the Daedalus queued up with the Dream Coil Rapid Fire, Arcane Rune as well, bottled up.
Who gets Paladin Sword now?
Looks like it's going in the reject pile. Maybe he'll save it for fights, because it does amp up your Satanic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take out his boots. Maybe after the BKB.
Once he get a Timeless Relic.
Maybe good on Shaker, which he is going to hand it off.
I swear, with all these new items, you need to have even more, like, proper inventory slots. Oh, Timber, jump straight forward. Viper, caught inside the tree lines. Gets the Viper strike out over on Yang. Is he going to try and break him free? He are not. And now, the jump in, Dream Call. Oh, we're snapping on Nisha. Man, he died so quickly. And they want to get more. Mataman up on the hill, puts down the spell shield so he can blink away to safety. VG looking to fight so hard at Assault Cuirass. It's like there wasn't even armor on this poor little Viper.
Yeah, it's just that Dream Coil Rapid Fire. When you get coiled, you're going to die, Toby. Anybody on their team, I think even Anti-Mage might die to the Puck plus Razor in a few seconds, honestly, inside of that Dream Coil. I don't know what Secret does about it. They don't have any abilities that buy time. If they're in the coil, they can't save anybody. They can't purge the disable.
You can cancel BTs at least. That was Yang who was TPing down to the wave on bottom. You know, just TP to the lane, to the tower instead. And, well, into the trees, you guessed correctly. Zai bouncing around, he goes west far enough, but now Ori, oh, he's there, right on top of Zai. Threw out that last fissure, revealed his position. Ori was going the opposite direction, and now 71 seconds without the Earthshaker when Roshan could spawn up in 40 seconds time. And maybe Eurus, Matumba jumps in, gonna burn up the man as quick as he can, but DY blinks forward, gets the overgrowth as well, so Eurus is able to not only survive, but add some pressure. Puppy will force him back up the hill. He'll be okay.
That's the benefit of the Minotaur Horn. He can use his Manta, and then if he gets overgrowth, he can just use that active for, even though it's only a second and 1.75 seconds of
breaks him free.
Yeah, breaks him free out of that overgrowth. They're looking for Tiny. He's going to find him.
They're going to look for Prophet as well. Puck, TP's up, able to get the quick silence. You already have a Rod of Atos, so Puppy, hard to get away, hides inside of his own Sprout, but Ori just joins him inside the trees. And Puppy, he can't really go anywhere. Matama jumps in, he knows that he's wasted the timing of Puck. Ori can just get Mana Voided down, DY goes invis the tree, will be thrown down and connect, but DY's okay.
They also knew the overgrowth was on cooldown. He had used it just a few seconds ago on the anti-mage. Really important kill. I mean, Puck's probably the most powerful hero on the map. Yeah, the Razor does so much damage, but...
Matumba.
Wow, already BKB, just a panic BKB. What's he scared of?
It's the Minotaur Horn.
Oh,
he actually keeps holding his BKB. He's still got a 10-second BKB timing. Shadow Demon protected by the Aeon Disc. Now Tiny, low on life. Yang keeping the Shark one control, but mid one cannot escape from that one. But Matumba just goes straight into the back lines. Still hasn't got the kill over on Shadow Demon. Now he's locked in. It's the Dream Call. He knows he can't jump away, but Zai can jump in! A huge fissure! Nisha now into his own damage. He's boxed Animate. Animate will buy back into the fight. They need more damage output, and they're buying the time, but Nisha's still gone down. Zai back in again with more stuns, but now he's also over to the tree line. The attack will follow him from Ori into the trees. Zai with no buyback available, and Yang looking for his own kill. He's caught him out with the Yorcept. The mid one says, get away from me. But Roshan is alive. There is a refresher shot in this guy as well. And with Team Secret with so many players down, you know VG are heading there right now.
His Razor is a raid boss, man. He does not die. I doubted his build without the stuns, but they knew if they just got a couple pickoffs, they could force Secret to fight them.
He's going to bottom lane. He blinks forward, able to actually cancel the jump away. Yang gonna lose a little bit of his mana. Where's the support? I thought more of it was going to come a little faster. Realizing just how little Matumba actually does.
Radiant's middle
And Yang doesn't even care. He just goes up to the tier 3 tower. The rest of his team's on top lane. Eurus is taking the tier 3 tower on the top lane, while Yang provides the distraction on bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What does Team Secret do about this? With no ES, Viper does not want to buy back. They'll have to let the top lane of Rax go. The proper Sprout means they can't close the distance. And get that attack into the melee, that's fine. They'll kill the range instead, then into the melee. While Yang stays underneath the tier 4 towers. Attention is shifted towards the mid lane. But they're backing up. No buyback from the Viper. ES is alive.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Now Razor actually can consume an Aghanim Scepter and get the Aegis Immortal too if he wants to.
Has fallen.
He's also approaching level 30. He doesn't have the most amazing other talents. They have a level 28 Razor, level 28 Timbersaw.
For the Aghanims with his 25 unlock.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
That'll feel nice. Divine Rapier. It is on the field for Matumba. All the damage he can dish out, he will try to do. The Im calls a drop down. Goodbye tier 2 items. We're hitting 48 minutes. We're hitting late game.
Yeah, they give the refresher shard to Razor. Double BKB, double Satanic, double Eye of the Storm. It does stack.
And that's the old way, right? Like it was always like you get refresher orb, you have the Aghanim Scepter ultimate, you just start burning through buildings. And Puck now has the full Daedalus completed too.
Oh, and Timbersaw gifted him a Moon Shard. What a good teammate. Or was that the Puck? Somebody gifted him a Moon Shard.
His attack speed is going to be through the roof. Currently going at 530. Smoke movement from VG Gaming. Good observer on the hill.
Radiant.
If mid one waits a little longer, yep, the smoke's going to break. Mid one. Oh, here comes your team attending through the sword to the front lines. Won't get control. The Dream Call. It's the back line. So much damage. Viper as well as Prophet just evaporate. This is why VG wanted to go Atonement. He can jump away, burn both the BKB. Minotaur Horn still available for him. He'll go for another quick blink. He cannot die. TP from Zai. It'll be successful. There's no Yule Scepter to cancel that one. But Team Secret, a lot of heroes pushing up the daisies. They have Zai's Echo Slam. They have that big ultimate. Maybe that'll be enough to defend on the high ground. Again, the Minotaur Horn can be triggered off. Defensive disruption. Hit the Razor a little bit more safety. Nice 4-star. Zai getting away from that Rod of Atos of DY. Quick little fissure. They want to burn the mana over off the Tympansaur as quick as they possibly can with the Dream Ball. We go all over again. Oh, just call it. Mercy. Mercy, please. Team Secret will lose all 5 heroes, and they will definitely lose game 1 here against VG Gaming. That puck feels so good. And it didn't look like they were always online, but they were at the end.
I think many of us, including myself, underestimated VG coming in this series, and that puck, man. As the game went on, I really love all their items. They all just became super tanky, and just by throwing their spells on you, they did a ton of damage. And Secret, just the anti-mage, he's not a late game carry. The Viper passive, or the Viper poison attack does not scale as well as it used to. They just didn't have enough damage to kill these heroes, and VG, that convinced me. That was a nice performance in game 1.
Already did 36,000 hero damage. Next closest to him was actually 33 of Viper, but 28k of Eurus. So they both really just started to amp up their DPS. VG looked fantastic. The draft just worked so well for them as well. And Team Secret, they'll have a little bit to work.
Five seconds remaining.
They were really trying to get Gabby up to the E-Blade, and he was rapidly approaching it, but that one Observer Ward pays dividends for VG.
Really good execution by VG. Force the rest of TNC back to base, catch the one straggler. Now they've effectively corralled almost all on TNC. Maybe 1 or 2 more kills like that, and TNC's just gonna be stuck in their base.
I love how this Satyr is like, I'm gonna take the creep wave away as far as I possibly can. As KP's dominated one.
That Satyr's name is plus 200, Toby.
That like the bear plus 300. Armel's getting as much money as he can so he can reach his own BKB, but the high ground defense is already being prepared. Living Armor is up. March with his own slow comboing with Tim's. They'll break through this tower so quickly. The creep wave fortified just long enough to make sure there's going to be no backdoor protection to stop the tier 3 tower. And VG then ready to fight the BKB. It's actually not on the Slark just yet. He's pouncing himself away. And the Jaeger's timer, well, it ain't great. It's got 1 minute left.
And this Viper's next to Vengeful Spirit. He attacks from almost 900 range.
Has fallen.
That's okay.
It's all fine. At least no telescopes.
I'm ready for it to drop right at the 25-minute mark. Armel is working on a BKB. That's important for him in team fights. He may actually be able to dish out some damage, but they do have a lot of physical damage coming out from, at this point, the Slark, the Vengeful Spirit, as well as the Viper. So by no means is that BKB invincibility, while for the Slark, that is invincibility as long as he's in that BKB.
I actually really like the way that the Dominator Creep is able to enable the Morphling. Like if he wants to do this split push, the Latrak, if he wants to do this split push, he can just BT out and then TP scroll back over. But at this point, the creep waves are so close, it's not even required. Armel can just mop up the creep waves up on top, hope someone comes to try and gank him, and that's when the counter initiation of TNC begins.
Yeah, I think VICI is just waiting for the BKB on Viper. I think that's...
There's 25 outpost. Oh, here we not again. A rinse and repeat. This time it's only KP who's nearby, so Yang will complete the TP in. That's the one hero they really don't want to try and have to kill off.
Yeah, he's not nearly as killable as the Viper. I think Viper's kind of learned his lesson. He's playing passive part of the map, right? He's got the BKB now.
Tree's hiding.
Pretty hard to imagine him dying now that he has that.
Do you feel the senses tingle, Disruptor?
Well, Slark knows he's in a ward. Thinks it's on the high ground, but if they put the sentry there, they'll see it.
Are they actually wasting the sentry now because of this march? It's so close to Yang.
I see it, okay.
Well, there goes the Dire Obs.
That's what makes Slark so hard to play against when you're behind. It's not just the fact that he's so powerful in terms of killing you, but vision game.
They know Disruptor's coming back over with the dust. Morphling's just making the most of the bottom lane in the meantime. There goes your dust, triggering a march, but he'll stay in the trees. The ping does come out, they know. Put the wall up. But Tree and Protector, very, very elusive. The rest of VG, meanwhile, have just moved to bottom lane.
Yep, just keep controlling the map until you get the next Aegis respawn. Looks like Roche is going to be spawning sometime in the next 2 to 5 minutes. Slark's completely content just farming the map. Orb of Destruction, one of the best items on him, kind of like a Scotty. Obviously, you don't get the stats, but minus armor plus the slow.
Do you think that like TNC are getting enough time like to try and fight this? Like the advantage is still going the way of Fiji. They still own this map. But the high ground defense, the survivability of Latrak is starting to get higher and higher.
I just need to imagine a time when they can kill this Slark. I don't know when that is. If they can pull it off, that's their way to winning this game, or winning team fights. The Slark's just going to be an absolute menace, and if you can't deal with them...
It feels like once Grimstroke has his scythe, it would be possible. The 90 gold per minute is going to make him, at least help him along that way. But I'm just thinking like, they needed to be able to stop him before the BKB can be triggered.
Yeah.
And then you can follow through with the damage from Latrak. Then he can do something. But the BKB's up, yeah, I don't see that happening.
That is their win condition. How they achieve it, I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I'm going to keep an eye out for. Obviously, that sleep stick is really important, but they do have like the Abaddon and the Venge to save him too, so by no means just guaranteed to work. They have the Vlads, the Pipe. All this is really invested into the Slark, but by no means is that a bad thing. They also have a Viper. He can't be ignored. They can't really initiate onto Abaddon. They can't initiate onto Slark or Viper. I think they have to catch this Disruptor somehow.
Yeah.
And that's they don't really have any like blink gap closers, right? They don't have any hero that's going to go on this Disruptor other than the Morphling, but he has this E-Blade, or the Yule Scepter to dodge the E-Blade.
If they chase out and go hard, like you're also going to have more problems because the Slark's going to pounce your back line. Here goes Eurus, jumping himself forward, looking for March. The second pound's going to miss. March back into the trees.
That is the problem if you miss. You're like twice as far away from the guy now.
So then you commit to jump all the way back again. Like that doesn't work either. And the creep waves keep getting skipped out by the Tree and Protector or the Latrak. They're looking for an opening. Like Gabby's the closest you get. But there's this dominated Mud Golem also looking for information. This leash able to connect, but then again, 4-staff up. KP getting some distance. Tim's putting on the Observer and Sentry. They need extra information. Disruptor means the Fuser Blade swapping back that Brewmaster as well. KP does go down. Has 5 McBelville going to have any chance in this fight. But so far, he holds it. Gabby, he actually changed into the Viper, giving more. He's going to get back into safety, regenning up as quick as he can. Grimstroke also with his own buyback for KP. The stuns, the controls, VICI. How deep have you really gone? Is this what we really classify as too deep? DY will be brought down by the Brewmaster Brewlings over in the tree lines once to complete his TP out. This should not be successful, but it is successful! He actually got out. They turned their attention over towards Yang to kill him instead, with PYW to follow. And VG Gaming, hold your horses. That's not your base.
The funny thing about these Slark pounces is, yeah, it makes you go twice as far, but it seems like it's really hard to hit it because you just go so fast and you also have to go so far. I never see them land their pounces. They're just pouncing all over the place.
We need to make a mini game like it's like a shooting range.
Yeah.
For Slark.
I can't imagine how hard it is to make sure you're facing the right direction that far away, because like a slight misclick and you're just going to launch yourself 10 feet to the right. But yeah, that was a bit deep, but at the same time, they only lost 2 heroes, and I think the buybacks cost more than those deaths.
Catching Brewmaster, March wants to try and help out. A quick 4-star, turning is slow. KP gonna get swapped back over. Which target are you really going for? Overgrowth trying to buy the space, but Eurus was sitting right on top of KP. He doesn't care. Now 10 permanent agility stolen. Courier.
Dire's king has been killed.
A tie to the impurities.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So no Brewmaster, no split.
I'm digging this Slark build, going for the Moon Shard.
Roshan's up. By the Moon Shard, get yourself an Aegis. Armel will do the oldest trade in the Dota book if he keeps the pressure on. Tier 2 tower for Roshan.
Why not? Put the DD outside. We talked about this time and time again. Always seems to be conveniently placed outside the Roche pit when it respawns. Not like they needed it, but can't hurt. Viper almost has that level 20 talent, 90 damage for him.
They don't even get the tier 2 tower. Viper's already TPing to the bottom lane. They know just how much is in the bag. He's going to defend the bottom tower. Leaving 4 heroes to grab Roshan. God, that's not a support's life. They're actually giving, yeah, Tome to Slark to 22.
Almost Solar Crest done on the Abaddon. Gonna make Slark do even more damage. Much more of an offensive item than it is a defensive item.
Armel's making the most he possibly can of this top lane. He just needs to push, he just needs money.
Yeah, he only really feels safe as long as he sees Slark, so the minute Slark goes off the map, he's gonna have to be real careful. Even if the Slark's not looking for him. Oh, he is though.
Yeah, double TPs in towards the outpost, they know it. Slark bounces down, more information given. But
Even if
because
they don't
he's
get a
farming the
kill
lane,
here.
he can farm the jungle on the way back.
And Slark's content not getting the kill either, just because he's going to push out this lane and regroup with his team. TNC's going to try to punish this TP, though. They know this is their one opportunity where Slark won't be there.
Yep, they smoked up and they were just out of range of the VG Gaming Observe Ward in the mid lane. And if they can catch Ori, that will be a huge target. He does have himself the 9-second BKB as well as Cheesy. They just saw him. They need to jump him so quickly. They cannot let his BKB help him. Oh, Disruptor. They'll find him instead. E-Blade pop goes to work. Brewmaster now into the split. Ori, now he'll BKB. Remember, he's still got the cheese up his sleeve. TP support, now not even required. Eurus has arrived. He's come all the way over. You do have that control. The bonded together. Viper, as well as forever up in the air. Abaddon, now he'll finally hit the deck. Viper's already gone down. Yang, he's going to have that borrow time trigger in just a second. BS swapping the Lesh back up again. Abaddon, the borrow time has gone up. He won't get a lot more life from this. A great cleanse. Leshrac will have to BKB it off and try and get away to safety. As Morphling was also able just to get himself out. Slark wants to keep the chase going. Pounces up. Great side step from Armel. Michael Flatley, Lord of the Four Hooves. But that's not going to stop him jumping in. Oh, the glimpse. He has no BKB. He's pulled.
Team secrets turn to ban. VICI Gaming's turn to ban. 10 seconds remaining. Team secrets turn to ban. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to ban. Team Secret's turn to pick. VICI Gaming's turn to
Vengeful spirits.
VICI Gaming's turn to pick.
Right there.
Team Secret's turn to ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to pick.
Omni Knight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to pick.
Dusk.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to pick.
Warlord.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to bat.
Timber Saw!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to pick. VICI Gaming's turn to pick.
Wind Ranger at your service.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Choose your hero.
You know, it's really nice of Shiva to say, like, to get the answers from both of us, but really, BSJ, I want the answer from you. This looks like a fun, quirky lineup here from Team Secret. We're bringing out the Wind Ranger, and it feels like they got a lot of counters to VICI Gaming.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this last pick ET. I think it's really good against the Morph, but if you're going to counter something that is first pick, why couldn't you have picked it earlier? And they picked the Omni into Morphling, which generally I think in the carry matchup you want to pick the Morphling into Omni. The laning stage goes really well for you, and you also can just get your own Heavenly Grace. You turn into the Omni, Heavenly Grace yourself, turn back into Morphling, and you basically have everything about Omni without having to expend it on a hero. But I underestimated VICI in game 1, so I definitely am ready for them to put up a fight that I'm not expecting in this game.
I think a lot of people just keep underestimating the amount of damage the puck does, though. Like, that was one of the big ones. You could see, like, Team Secret banned that out second. Like, they were not letting it get through the first phase. And VICI are going to do this. They're going to do it on their own steam with perfectly executed engagements.
I'm a huge fan of Venge Tusk, too, in the support duo. It's just so much single target physical damage. The tag team, the minus armor from Venge, the bonus attributes from Venge, just gives everyone on their team such a free damage boost on all of their attacks. And when you have heroes like Morphling and Wind Ranger, both of which attack really fast, if anybody gets caught in that, they're gonna die. No hero's tanky enough, even if they, unless they have the Omni Knight ultimate on top of them.
Yeah, protected by your Guardian Angel. So good luck Team Secret if they can get this lane to work on bottom. I'm wondering how VICI, like how long until they start their own TP. So Puppey will come top. The Observer Ward from VICI Gaming will scout this out. That insanely cute small tiny is looking for a good toss back.
Sadly, it's a support, so we won't get to see the Christmas tree until later.
Oh. Give it time. I got DY is actually taking the Spirit all the way across the map. It's got no neutrals to grab from. It might actually grab from the mid, which would be a nice extra buff up. Just misses Nisha on the way through. But he can start taking, well, he can't do anything with that damage. Zaya's just grabbed the creep wave and gone back behind the tower. Mr. Windlace as well as Tango, so we can have the movement speed just to keep his distance against DY.
Yeah, it looks like he planned ahead of time for this. That Windlace, a very uncommon first item on the Timbersaw. It does level the chain level 1 as opposed to the reactive armor, so he's just going to try to pull all these creeps at the same time, or he can just make sure they stack up and it'll eventually push into him. Nope, he's going to take it all with him. They're on a journey, Toby.
We're following the leader, the Pied Piper. This isn't a bunch of rats. Not until that cosmetic gets released in Dota. Hey, we've seen some weird stuff released. Anything is possible.
At this point, you know, it all started with Alpine Ursa, and we've come full circle on some of these hero sets for sure. The Ursa now just looks like a Spear Breaker in the last set.
Well, must be fun for DY. We'll have a bonus 35 damage. Try and contest Zion for some of these last hits near the tier 2 tower. Lasada, oh Zion, yeah, you want that. Oh, okay, one apiece in the range. They're worth a hell of a lot. The Sada's just helping clear through these waves a little faster. Top lane, Puppey. Gang, as well as PYW, combining together to get that first blood. Matumban, there's not a lot of Morphling can really do to stop this. And Yang's trying to be a real nuisance as well, trying to force the waveform out, which is exactly what happens. Going for a 1-0-1 build on the Omni.
Yeah, man, Tiny is such a nuisance in the laning stage. It's almost impossible to position correctly against it. They gave him that bonus movement speed, and he's almost always going to get that toss on you. And we've just been seeing supports, even the pro supports, feed left and right in the early stages of the game to the support Tiny.
And Zai's covered so much damage from DY. He's lost all the plus damage, and Zai, with only one level up in reactive armor, takes a while to regenerate. So he'll have to burn the south back past the tier 1 tower.
Has to be careful though, because he does have the spirit to pop it.
Oh, that's why he's using the tangos only for the moment. DY is not giving it up. Is he actually going for the courier? Only 2 hits. Courier turns around.
He's going to pay the price for that one, I think.
Delivered the wards. Oh, is he? Reactive armor charges are coming down. There's your movement speed. Chain away will not work. The wards will be down for a little bit, and I guess you're a Timbersaw fighting for your life at the bottom. You'll take what you can get.
Yeah, they are managing to secure the top lane for Matumba with 3 heroes, though, but we are seeing the price of that in the bottom lane. Timbersaw, basically the feast or famine definition of it, and last game really had a good start on the Timbersaw, but this game, not so much. Obviously on the opposite side here. for Secret.
It really feels like PYW is having such a bigger influence than mid one, but he'll try and have an influence of his own as Yang Shard locked in. Of course, who's really locked in here with who? Yang is copying a lot of damage. But with PYW arriving, how much more have you got to give Puppey? Has to burn his last magic missile. The DJ Aura slowing down Puppey. And Matumba is really wondering if he wants to get involved in this. Puppey's so low on life with Purification. Doesn't matter if you got Fairy Fire, you still go down in VG. 3 kills to 0 on the board, 4 minutes in.
I'm almost surprised. I didn't even think about it in the draft, but Nisha not playing Morphling. Not taking anything away from Matumba Man, but never thought I'd see the day that Nisha would have a teammate playing Morphling after watching him play it so many times.
It's like when you stick maybe too true to your roles.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be mid, I have to be safe lane. That's something I always appreciated about like OG. Like, nothing was ever set, everything was flexible.
Yeah, it was very fluid in the way that their drafts work. Whoever the carry of the team is, even if it's coming from the offlane hero. I think that's something that's really important. Most teams do have that in the tier 1 scene, but easier said than done, being able to just fill that in. They've only been a team for a short time now, so maybe they'll be able to expand to that later on in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, stand in a new roster. So Team Secret will end up being a 2-2 rune trade, actually. Got to remember that mid one has the different tag on it, but they're still, yeah, 2-2.
There's no mana for winner.
Nisha, good avalanche. Shards from mid one try and block Nisha out, but oh, that'll be problematic. The Viper's poison will sting him through. That is a critical death to have. Wind Ranger Nisha needs to keep his momentum on this Ranger.
Surprising he's not rushing the Javelin. Sometimes you'll see that on the mid laner, just looking to kill the opponent when he gets level 6, but going for the boots first is going to bottle up mid one when he TPs back in. And this is the problem with Viper that I've had this tournament, is they're just first rounding it and it wins its lane almost every game. People are just trying to figure out heroes that just don't lose too badly, but yet it seems to still happen no matter what.
And Matumba's going to have to play out of his mind in this game if they want to try and get on top. Yang having a little bit of trouble. There's a magic missile still available, trying to wait out the max duration of the shards. And now Matumba can move over. Of course, there is the avalanche to create some space, but Matumba, he's here for the kill, and he'll claim it on Yang. This is the first time Team Secret get themselves a kill. It feels like the first time they've actually been able to control any of the VG heroes. But it was just an isolated hero, 1-on-2. Versus the utility of the Team Secret supports.
Yeah, both offlaners being equally shut down, but I'd much rather be playing Omni Knight in a game where I'm not having a good start, because your job is to make the other heroes on your team stronger. Timbersaw is kind of a carry offlaner, right? He really only focuses on himself with his items as well as the skills that he offers.
Does he even function that well later on? Like, against that Elder Titan, feels like life is going to get a lot harder before it gets better. Nisha trying to line up, does not have Shackle, but the avalanche and toss. Nisha has enough life to survive, and Tiny focus fire down. Nisha will take the kill, and he can even get the stack. Yeah, he does. Both of the stacks, in fact.
Wow. That is the power that we talked about with the tag team and the focus fire from Wind Ranger. Looks like he does a lot of damage, even though he has no damage items himself. As long as he pairs himself with the Tusk and the utilization of his ult, Nisha will be able to kill, I think, anyone he finds, honestly, even the Viper. We've seen a lot of Vipers be susceptible to the mid-game burst damage because their positioning, they're just so slow and immobile. So if you manage to close the gap on them with multiple heroes, Tusk really helping you do that. Oftentimes you can throw enough damage to actually bring him down. Ironwood branch or tree. Maybe we'll see some cool shackles this game from the Wind Ranger.
Just see this cool play from Zion. Like, one, you got a courier, and you realize that any kind of harassment that Eurus does against his Timbersaw counts for naught. Without his support to try and change the balance, Zion owns this lane.
Radiant are scanned.
I just really want to see one time that Nisha plants a GG tree behind somebody and shackles them. Oh, uses the tree for vision, actually. That's really funny.
Like to set up your own play. High Courier, PYW, actually cancels his animation after picking up the Invisor, and he was starting it. Purification, Yang in trouble once again. That stomp, fraction of a second too late from DY. Matumba up to level 6. Morphling starts to feel like he's enabled. Zai has just played full catch-up now.
This is
Obviously, he's nowhere near the Troll Warlord, but now he's surrounded by 3 heroes. Ori rotates in, Eurus is here. I don't even think he hit the ground. Not in one piece.
We saw this last game, the Viper rotating to kill the Timbersaw. Both teams clearly on the same page of understanding, you know, what it takes to kill this Timbersaw early on. These kills are really crucial to shutting down his momentum, but last game, even though the Timbersaw got his momentum slowed down, as the game goes on, he was super tanky, and I think that's going to happen this game as well. They don't really have a natural way of killing him as the game goes on. The ET, his minus armor only works on the base armor, so most of Timbersaw's armor does come from the reactive, which is considered bonus armor.
They give DY the levels in mid. Nisha's gone jungle as well. At least mid wants managed to find some kind of combination with heroes, but just leaving Poppy and Matumba alone up on the top. Matumba, careful, the stomp. He's going to connect. He's healing as quick as he possibly can. Now the magic missile out from Poppy with Avalanche and the help from Eurus. Matumba, waveforms on cooldown for 3 more seconds. He needs to live a little bit longer, but that time is just not there for him. And VG Gaming with 4 heroes on the top lane coming to the 10-minute mark. This feels like a broken record for this tournament. They will go for yet another kill. This one's going to be on Poppy. They will claim the top outpost. They will lose the bottom for it, however.
I love how active Eurus gets in these early games with the carry role. He just buys the upgraded boots and the diffusal blade, and he runs at you. And I think that's really important in this patch, to participate in the game as much as possible. These heroes like Morphling and Timbersaw, they may be tanky, but he's going to burn their mana so fast with his bonus attack speed that even if they don't necessarily die right away, I can't imagine them getting away from the diffusal slow as well as the nets from Berserker's Rage.
They're going to need some hell of a lot of control factors to stop that kind of damage.
And he's got the Omni Knight to back him up, so he can afford to go for more aggressive items without necessarily having to buy that BKB nearly as early as you normally would have to. Sometimes you'll just see them amass status resistance on top of the Omni Knight's Heavenly Grace.
Zai just cuts the tree line, sees that Yang's courier just did a fresh delivery. Luckily for couriers, they don't care about the damage from a chakram. And Zai does not want to give this Omni Knight any kind of space, but he can't push the issue too hard. They fortify to keep both creep waves alive as the catapult waves underneath the tower. And Zai, man, you got 3 heroes on you. It's a big whirling death, but still his own death, forcing rotations of VG to the bottom lane to find these kills. I have to question, is this all intentional? Is this, like, is he okay to die here?
I don't
to allow
think so.
space for the other 2 cores?
No, it's just not enough space.
They're going for mid.
Fast.
DY trapped in. Nisha with the focus fire is bringing down this ET so quickly. But now mid one trapped on the wrong side. He'll snowball back out towards the range creep. A lot of damage from Ori. Sees the shackle coming and easily sidesteps it.
They did get the return punish, but that was just a support, and VG basically trading the equivalent there, right? They reacted, they killed 1 hero, but it's a support compared to a core. And yeah, Timbersaw, I think if he manages to get a hood, Toby, he might be able to land from the toss before he dies.
That seems like a band-aid kind of like answer. How can I survive for now? How do I survive for later? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Well, there's more support coming again, so Tiny is going to arrive. Tiny does have max reactive armor charges up and running, and he really wants to get this last bit of farm because it's getting so close to just having the arcane boost becoming a little bit more efficient than just the Soul Ring.
Ooh, Tummelman's also going to Fusel Blade on the Morphling. Much more mid-game centric build, something we haven't seen. We've pretty much exclusively seen Lincoln Spear into E-Blade from what I remember this patch, other than maybe the Acceptor with the Earthshaker yesterday.
Guess he doesn't feel he has the pop damage, but even then, like, E-Blade's really good against the Troll Warlord to stop him from attacking.
I think he just knows he needs to participate in this game. Lincoln's is really only good against the Viper ultimate, so you'd only be doing it for the stats and the regen. He wants to participate in this game early because of the rough start I think that his Timbersaw's had.
Smoke on smoke. We'll play Ringer Rosie. Poppy's the one in the mid lane. But it's the bottom lane where Team Secret are heading, so they want to try and kill off Yang, who's been pretty, like, manning up against Zai while in the mid lane. He'll say goodbye to Poppy, but the rebuttal. Core force support with the focus fire damage. They have more than enough. Yang to fall. The mid-tier 1 tower, VG Gaming, looking to push in, even fortifying the wave. Really not as effective as it used to be, and the sharp block actually holds in Eurus. The VG Gaming have 4 heroes here in the mid lane. They're ready to fight, but Team Secret don't even want that. They're just clearing the way.
And that tag team plus the Wind Ranger ultimate, we talked about it multiple times, but that is so much damage. That Omni Knight did not look very tanky there.
Is under attack.
Tiny almost already has a Blink Dagger on the 4 position, PYW. Still waiting for him to level that tree, Toby. Getting the Christmas spirit, PYW.
It's going to take forever, man. Here comes VICI again towards the tier 1 tower. And it will not survive. There's no fortification. There's nothing to buy any kind of space. With VICI committing 4 heroes, they're guaranteed the last hit. Nisha, that's kind of cocky, man. 14 minutes and he's running down to try and grab that top rune. The courier will fly out over the top of Secret, over the top of VG. Took 1 hit and then instantly changes direction.
Really good
the Yang.
out.
Yeah.
They knew. They were getting sandwiched.
And the creep wave sees Yang coming up, so the courier gets to live.
Is under attack.
And it really feels like Secret are playing for their timings. Zai once again, he doesn't have the hood. Let's see if he can survive this one. Whirling Death Chain away. Toss, you know he's going to come back to that tier 1 tower right on top of Ori. And Zai, another chain out, but those reactive armor charges nowhere near enough life to survive. But hey, he survived the toss.
He did indeed. He did land this time.
Radiant's middle tower.
But that was only because there were 2 heroes. Yang, well, Diffuser Blade going to work. Completely out of mana. Low on life, the power shot will connect, but Matama not committing to the fight.
He has a shrine, so they will be able to fight mid if they want to on the side of VICI. I mean, Secret just get out. I think they should.
Radiant's middle tower.
They got what they came for. They came for the tier 1 tower, now it's backing up for the 15-minute bounties. Oh, wow. Shards flying forward, tossed back, Matama waveforms. Dodges the stomp just at the right time, able to 1 charge up quickly. Shackle will fly forward from Nisha. Latches to the 1 tree. But there is no one else from Team Secret that want to have anything to do with this at all.
So I thought the sharing health pool on Morphling was a nerf, but on Omni Knight specifically, you can turn back into Omni and then heal yourself after morphing all the way down to nothing. So that was kind of cool by the Matama man. He gave himself almost a full heal because you turn yourself with no stats and then you heal yourself. That was kind of cool. Probably the only way that that's considered a buff. The rework to Morphling's ult there.
And Morphling was meant to get nerfed into the ground. That's a good win probability for VG Gaming, 79%. It does feel like they're in a good position, but I don't know.
Clearly, Dota Plus thinks they have the better late game because they're not even up by 1,000 gold, and it's giving them that drastic of an advantage. I do think this Troll scales way better when he has an Omni Knight on his team.
Well, Nisha's in more trouble. If there's any kind of extra control, but it's not coming. ET shows he's starting to walk backwards. And mid 1 feels like he's just playing recovery. It's like anyone he thinks he's going to get engaged on just needs to run that way. That's a nice item for a Wind Ranger. Now just hoping telescopes.
Yeah, that's actually super value on her now that he has the, I believe, the Maelstrom flying out.
Yeah, it's coming on Courier.
Matama man still going for the E-Blade. He will have what I consider mana issues, not only dealing with the fact that he has no stat items to give him more mana, but also the Diffusal Blade on Troll Warlord. But the Ghost Scepter is really value here because all of Viper's damage, all of Troll's damage, even the ET, most of his damage is from the right clicks.
And do you actually go like, like with Morph, like giving the Imclaw over to the Wind Ranger?
That's tough, right? Because Wind Ranger's attacked a bunch of times. Doesn't really benefit that much from the crit.
Well, mid 1 cannot help Zai. Even though he wants to, he's already walking away. Had Snowball, so he could have bought a little bit of extra time, but decided against it.
He landed and then walked 10 steps and then died, so he's working his way to survivability.
He's building the stamina as you get older. Sure. Well, maybe get a little bit more once the VS can complete up of Vlad's.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that top tier 2 tower, the backdoor protection will now come off as the creep wave will arrive. Puppy gets rid of the early vision. He just wants to power shot through the wave, looks for a shackle to latch the Troll Warlord, can't get at the shots. They're all just locked in, and mid 1 has to snowball quickly just to buy a little bit of extra time, but he's going towards PYW.
Radiant's
You knew he was dead. Eurus was waiting for him.
Radiant's
The Morphling's taking the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane fortification from VG Gaming. We'll be able to slow this up. The Morphling farming underneath the Radiant Obs and Sentry.
is under attack.
Everyone has a Desolator on support.
Tiny's got Blink. 600, 700. Okay, waveforms away. Good reaction from Matumba. Maybe he'll start to work out the fact he was being watched. Had a dire observable of his own, but they did come up through the tier 2 tower instead.
What point does this game get easier for Secret is the question. I don't know if they can ever really fight into the Omni Knight ET. That's just so much team fight AoE protection as well as damage.
Do they go for a snipe style then? Like, just try and find one hero out by themselves?
Kind of similar to last game, right? But this time around, since VG's ahead at this point in the game, that makes it even more difficult. Wind Ranger going for a BKB of his own on Nisha.
Got Zai. He's probably feeling a little bit more confident now that he has the Yule Scepter. Avalanche to begin with. That stop. A little bit off target. Zai actually using and doing some damage into Tiny. The support's coming in. Poppy will arrive. He can swap him back out to safety. In fact, he swaps the Troll Warlock further up so he can't run away. The ET splitter kicks in as well, but you will see a dodge down from Team Secret. More Chakram slowdowns, but Eurus doesn't seem to care. The adaptive strike slows him up. Poppy once again with a swap. Now the snowball forward. They are just trying to bring down this Troll. They're able to succeed. DY don't try to create more space, but he cannot move away. The Chakram was on top of him. And Team Secret, man, they fight hard. They fight repositioning, but they come out on top with a 3-1 trade.
Such a good swap by Puppy. I thought he was going to swap the Timbersaw in order to save him, but instead he just swaps the Troll Warlord away from the Timbersaw into the fight even deeper, forcing him out of position. Omni Knight not there to protect him. Without the Omni, this Troll's really not that hard to bring down. You just kite him during his ultimate. You have the Ghost Scepter, you have the swaps, you have the Snowball. Really well played by Secret there, getting 3 crucial kills to open up the map for them. I'm really curious if mid one commits for this Desolator.
Come on, Zai. Come on, Zai.
Oh my god.
I actually like the Morphling one, like when Morphling puts his hands up, it looks like he's doing a freestyle, even better. As a waveform kind of creature, Yang, that's a lot of damage, man. It's Maelstrom just procking.
They forced out the Guardian Angel for nothing, so...
I think he was dead if he didn't, though.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, now they can maybe look to take a team fight on the side of Secret.
Quick Yule Scepter so Zai can just back up. The Diffuser Blade control nowhere near as effective as Eurus would like it to be.
He does almost have the Basher on Troll. That will help him do a much better job of sticking onto his targets.
I think they're actually finally going to kill that tier 2 tower on bottom lane now. Nisha's pushing it. He's trying to get the last bit of money in for his BKB. The Team Secret have been knocking at this thing for a good 10 minutes. Top lane, we're TPing in once again. Walrus Punch, trying to keep Omni Knight in control. DY, E-Blade, pop him in the front lines. But then again, the damage output with the Avalanche. Team Secret, they're not totally ready for that one. But maybe they got a little bit of fight back for Tumba, trying to get to space. Eurus with the spin, he's getting his own life back. The power shot, Nisha just playing from the back lines. VG Gaming, they never reach the Wind Ranger. A quick shackle, more damage output, not gonna come. Power shot, little off target. When did Tiny hit so hard? Was it actually him under the toxin too?
It's the cosmetic tree, Toby. Makes you hit harder.
We can watch it again. The Secret definitely stopped this one. DY deleted so quickly.
Troll barely gets his ultimate off at low health, but you can see how hard it is to bring him down. The ultimate plus the Omni Knight backing him up this time around. Matumba Man already used the E-Blade aggressively, so he doesn't have it to make Eurus not be able to hit him during his ult, but Yang does go down, and they lose 3 for 2 in favor of VG, or in favor of Secret, but VG didn't have the Omni Knight ultimate there. I think that's really why Secret forced that fight. Next time around, it won't be nearly that easy, I think, if they do take a head-on 5-on-5, so they gotta be careful.
Yeah, I definitely want to keep a closer eye on Zai. You understand why? Also the mid lane. Snowball. He's heading towards Eurus. You are a long way from home, mid one. Team Secret left him.
Yeah, you queue up that snowball, and that's kind of like you're in a pub and you go, what are you doing, man? And you just walk away.
Well, he's sitting right next to Puppy so he can get looked at. Roshan, they start him up. Team Secret, they are on the way. Wave of Terror gives a good reveal. Looking for a good shackle as well. Unable to connect. VG Gaming leaving the pit. Matumba Man has a good E-Blade pop onto the Viper and even better shackle. Troll, Omni Knight locked together. The Storm is complete. It's buying some more time. Now the GA's back up. The ET splitter. Team Secret, their ears are ringing, but Viper is down. Wind Ranger still battling from the side inside of Roshan. The focus fire did the work. PYW tried to get there in time for his own sons, but just didn't do anywhere near enough. VS, the only one to die, but that's the one Team Secret want to die. Yang on the wrong side of the river. And Team Secret, you'll thank VG for their hard work, dropping Roshan down. Tiny, oh, YOLO play, the snowball forward. There's a lot of damage, but Roshan's not dead. Now it's going to be Tiny the one to die. Roshan to be claimed too. Team Secret is all going their way now.
That Grovo plus the level 15 talent on Wind Ranger plus the Venge, man. These heroes that previously are limited on range, they just have 800 range. And Nisha able to hit the warlords from so far away while focus firing him.
This has to feel so much better than like the VS Dro, where like Dro had so many problems. Now you've actually got escape mechanisms.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can watch Roshan again.
Just watch how far away Nisha's able to kite this Troll Warlord after this initial ultimate from Troll and save. He just keeps running away, but he's still going to hit you.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And PYW as well as DY, they've done so much work to try and create space for VG Gaming. And in that fight, they hit everything they could. I don't think they could have done anything better in that engagement.
I like how Secret's doing their best to just hide out the Troll.
Jump forward, Omni Knight. You know your priority target, number one, the Shackle. Nisha, he actually lashed DY up the hill. There's no extra support. VG Gaming, scramble back to your base. The creep wave will arrive, but with this early chip damage, which is quickly reset by Team Secret, they can take the tier 2 tower and pressure the tier 3. The double damage of Morphling, it's itching to do the damage. Fortification must be forced. At least it can clean up the creep wave nice and quickly. Timbersaw, not a healthy man either, keeping the spirit on top of him. Poppy will swap him out, but look who just goes straight in. Morphling quickly broken. Avalanche and the toss, they keep him up. But remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal. So even though they break him, now there could be a follow-up. Great Shackle on from the catapult towards the Tiny, but they want to go for more. Poppy swaps himself out, the sacrificial lamb. He just wants the rest of Team Secret out. That's the only reason he wants to sacrifice himself like this. Zai with the Sharkum, slow him down, but they want the big man. They want the Tumbleman. He's a 6-1-6 kill if he can get it. But then again, Zai, he combos with the E-Blade proc. A buyback will come in quickly as VG Gaming had that shrine for a close support. Reinforcements to the front lines. Another Shackle. Nisha with the focus fire. He needs Maelstrom procs with a power shot. He knows how to battle through the GA, which is a physical attack, but now it's one off. DY will go down. Nisha uses the last BKB to get out there. Tuskar as well has no TP scroll, so mid one. Tribute to Arteezy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Little overextension from Secret there. Vici does a great job of punishing. Does manage to bring down the Morphling. Troll with that Basher didn't get lucky on the Wind Ranger there as he was TPing out. So fortunate for Nisha. Would have been another casualty. Puppy finds the bounty rune with the shovel. That's value. We're looking at these tier 3 items coming out. We get the Enchanted Quiver on the Viper. You're talking about the Telescope. If Secret gets one, man, it's so crucial for heroes like the Morphling as well as the Wind Ranger. Top of the Venge aura.
And you can see it from this point,
Dire's top
just how much like Team Secret wanted to back the hell out.
Tumbleman goes in to try to buy time so that they can't really continue chasing Zai as well as Puppy, but he loses Aegis immediately for it, and that just allows Vici to chase him out of the base as far as they can. The tiny catch, tossing him back into his teammates later on, you're going to see here. Puppy does sacrifice himself, but their chase potential on both teams is rather high, and getting that toss back forces the rest of Secret out of position if they want to help. Tumbleman does get the E-Blade off on himself, but he's in no man's land here. He does actually escape for a really long time, but they end up bringing him down near his outpost. But I like how Nisha has a lot of these proc items from the Maelstrom, just because it allows him to actually kill people.
Thank you, Lord Gaben.
Did
the prey face of Matumba Man. Well, he adds new items to his arsenal as well, the BKB and the Paladin Sword.
So much value from the Paladin Sword on a hero like Morph. You should always go for that casual Morbid Mask. So much value sustained. You have low HP, high damage, high armor.
Dire's bottom tower is
dead.
under attack.
The jungle gifts.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Actually, what is it? Is there something in the lore for like why the gifts now come from the jungle? Is there something that ties that together?
You'd have to ask Slacks.
We would really have to ask Slacks. Can we just page Slacks? Like, what is the jungle force?
Yeah, also, who do we pray to? Is it still Gaben? We're looking for these items.
Gaben has no power in the jungle. Nice denial.
Has been denied.
Worth a lot more since the changes.
Yeah, I just want to highlight the little bit of destruction for Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
free damage item for her. That's really important. Just any little boost in her damage is so valuable with that focus fire attack speed. Has the MKB coming out, then the Ags for the double win run.
It's a shame the armor reduction doesn't really hurt anybody. It hurts Viper a little bit, but everyone else has so much they don't really care.
And it's just free damage, right? He didn't have to invest anything for it. He had a GG branch. Yeah, okay, you lose 7 all stats, but was it pretty cheap cost overall.
Was it TI4 that I think like Puppy came out was just like if you buy a rapier, like it's worth actually what was it? It was like a double damage rune is worth something like 4,000 gold you have for a short period of time. You're trying to financially break down of the hero abilities as well. Like you're starting to do this, like an ability with change, like it's worth this much.
It's always hard to quantify just because of item slots when it comes to abilities, but with these items, you can just say, yeah, that's worth this much.
Now you got the bigger issues, like how do I manage all these items? How do I actually get the right ones for me?
You just do the boxy approach. You just leave them inside of the camp, never pick them up, and never have to think about it again. But both teams,
I haven't seen the jelly today. Like, I mean, at least in this series. I think it appeared once in the first series.
The Tusk committed to a Desolator, so this 4th position Tusk has Phase Boots Desolator.
This feels very odd.
Yeah, I'm not a fan necessarily, but...
Oh, Puppy swaps down, going up the troll wall, but the BKB will protect him, and now Puppy really trapped in no man's land. Goes down quickly, there was no save. The Blink Dagger from Tuskar is coming a little bit faster, but that was pretty optimistic, to say the least.
I think they're okay with forcing that troll BKB, to be honest with you.
It was the 10-second one, so yeah.
As long as they don't get Roche or anything off of it, which it hasn't respawned yet for the next 2 minutes, and they know that.
As long as they don't give the DD rune up. You're seeing Troll going for it. It's like, nope.
That is even Craggy Coat.
That's even bottled up for Nisha, even better for him.
Yeah, both offlaners getting the Craggy Coat. Super value this game on both sides. They don't really need to attack during the fights. 13 armor for free. As last time I checked is pretty good, Toby.
And this really is being played as like a, I don't want to say a 5-core, because Puppy really has sacrificed himself, but with mid-one's build, 90 gold per minute plus snowball damage, yeah, it's just straight up, I'm just going to go another 3 position. Tiny. Put him to the test. Quick D-ward. Toss him back over. Snowball able to dodge out the stomp, but there's 5 heroes here to kill off mid-one.
That's
so
space.
Put back down to 3.5 position. So Troll's now finished his SMY, coming out on Courier. Roshan's still maybe 30 seconds away at the earliest timing.
Morphling is queuing up the Butterfly. Troll Warlord, as you said, just finished the SNY. Probably looks to go Satanic this game. Massing status resistance whenever you have an Omni Knight. No, he actually queued up the MKB. What am I thinking? He's going to be against a Butterfly. He doesn't know that yet, but he's also against a Wind Ranger, which he's pretty much the only hero that can reliably kill the Wind Ranger unless the Viper builds an MKB of his own, which he already has. So the Wind Ranger does have to be much more careful with his positioning in these fights. Nisha, knowing that kind of was in vulnerability the win run up until this point. But now, not so much.
I'm actually really liking the itemization of Zai. Like, just having that Heaven's Halberd, like, we talk about triggering the BKB charge and why it's so important. Once that thing gets lower, if he really is the only person that can kill off the Wind Ranger, then you're going to have issues. Halberd it up.
If they are Heavenly Grace, that Halberd lasts like a second, so it's not nearly as good if they use it after the Heavenly Grace. So it's really important that he uses that early on in the fight before the Omnis cast his spells. Keep checking Roche on the side of Puppy, making sure they know. They don't know that though, Toby.
No. We have all the information.
Mid-one about to finish his blink.
VICI want to come out.
Both teams worried about Roche here.
They're using Troll as bait. Mid-one's on the wrong side of the map for this. The numbers are in their favor. Nisha comes close. They end up breaking it. Avalanche forward. This will be a huge pickup if they can claim Wind Ranger, but she gets a BKB off. Looking for a shackle, unable to latch, however. The VG Gaming resetting up. Tusk is now making his way back over to the fight. And they just want to push forward. VG Gaming, E-Blade. Throwing out with the magic missile of Puppy. Yes! Just gets wiped out by Zai. The Stomp will create a little bit bit more space with the shackle. They know Tiny is there. Shards is now 5-4. Did anyone bring detection? Anyone with dust? Not required anymore. Time's come back out. The Invus with the Glimmer Cape. Both down for 2 minutes.
He had BKB ult, Toby. He could have done a lot of different things to live there, but he just didn't expect that amount of burst damage coming out.
He could have not walked up the hill. Look
true.
at Zai. He's like, all right, boys, let's keep it going. Yang now becomes the new target. E-Blade fly out. He gave the Heavenly Grace over towards the Viper to try and save his life. The ET splitter, able to catch out all 3 heroes, but Matumba just going ham against DY. But the buybacks come in from the Tiny as well as the Troll. This is going to be expensive. Defend, Troll, Warlord, trying to do as much work as he can. 100 HP, he needs more life steal, but now it's a dieback! Huge for Team Secret! And they're looking for more. Tiny's out a little bit too far, but Nisha not in time for the shackle, was on cooldown. And with all this time they've taken to battle, there's 2 couriers. One is obviously better than 2. Watching for Roshan to spawn, he'll be up in 15 seconds, but no Troll for a minute and a half. Secret might think about breaking base.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, he's the core frontliner.
Tiny, good toss back, able to catch out Pompey. They'll kill him off pretty quickly. Lotus Orb can't protect him. He will, however, have the Vengeful Spirit.
Radiant's middle tower has
Or
fallen.
the Vengeful Spirit that will back up with the rest of Team Secret. They see that Roshan's alive. They don't need to force the issue anymore.
That is some serious economic damage. The shovel is off cooldown for Vengeful Spirit as he's dead there, but most notably, yeah, the dieback from Troll. Will they be able to get the Roche in the meantime?
They take out the Shrine too. Look at VICI. They're going to give it a shot. Tiny went for the YOLO play before. They need information inside the pit. Got a full Satanic now out as well. Mid 1, I'm not quite certain what he was doing there, but either way, with mid 1 down, buyback comes in from Puppy. Team Secret feel less confident about Roshan as it's a 4-on-4 now. Full Mjolnir up, and a good catch with a toss back. Timbersaw, oh, he gets the Yule Scepter up, middle of the air, BS, look at the swap back out now. Matumba jumping forward, Timber does die, but he'll buy back quickly into this fight. A full retreat out, Ori swap back into the middle of Team Secret. Goodbye to your Viper with the stop. DY, he's only buying time, but Matumba was protected by his own BKB. Puppy low on life, DY just wants to finish him with all that bonus damage, but he can't even do that. Puppy lives and then shovels. 44 HP, he'll survive on. And Tiny caught in no man's land. Another Yule Scepter. Zai has just been the playmaker this game. Always setting Secret up for another kill after another kill.
I've got a whole new perspective on Timbersaw after these last 2 games. The hero just scales so well by becoming a tank and just building these, like, enable his other teammates' items. He's almost like a team fighter now. He's got a halberd to counter the Troll. He's got a Lotus Orb to help his other 2 teammates. He kind of just goes in and meat shields it up for the rest of his squad. Matumba Man has the Aegis. The Satanic is online, as you mentioned. They're looking good here. So potentially take multiple lanes of Rags.
It's like you take the 3 position from every aura that you'd get to item enableization. So they do claim the mid Rags. No buybacks being used because they don't have them. Down to bottom lane, Nisha. They just want the 2 lanes of Rags. The Aghanim Tempest was coming out in the courier. It'll take a little bit longer. Waveforming to dodge the stomp. Zai will sleep for the moment. But it won't matter, they're taking 2 lanes of Rags, still 28 seconds before Tiny is up. But with Viper respawning, Team Secret, do they back up? Do they look to fight? There's an E-Blade pop, Troll Warlord, he looks good. Purification will give him a little bit more life. BKB, Matumba just going in ham. Maybe not enough life to do this one, but he doesn't care. Remember, he's got Aegis as well as Satanic. Even if you do manage to bring Morphling down low, he's going to bring his life back up again. Nisha's a different case. Cheese is available for him, and he's backing out. Under the Obs and Sentry, VICI Gaming, even if they do see something, they're not going to go for it.
Looks like Secret's aware there's a ward there. They do have a Sentry, but a little too scared to de-ward it, not only because VICI is coming, but it's also telling VICI that you are there.
VICI have their own Obs and Sentry down now, so they're fine. Team Secret. They stand near their own shrine. It's on cooldown for 2 minutes, but you've got Tiny underneath an Observer Ward.
So much damage.
Yep. The easiest stuff. There's so many trees as well for the Shackle to choose from.
Yeah, the Venge Tusk. The Tusk also has the Orbit Destruction on him now, so that plus the Desolator is a lot of minus armor. Total of 12. The Venge Wave of Tear on top of that. Yeah, Tiny has a lot of armor, but after that, maybe not so much. Also has the -3 from the Nether Shawl. He's 6 slotted with neutral items. It's so funny to see these supports just always have items.
Oh, now they can get rid of the Observer Ward. Gem of True Sights on the Tuskar. Purchased up by Puppey.
Still have Aegis for another 2 minutes or so. No rush, they're chilling.
Zai still frontliner.
Radiant's top
You want to push in.
attack.
Tier 3 town doesn't last long. Power Shot connects over on 3, but my god, they just go straight in towards the other Titan. Trying to kill him off quickly. Shackle unable to latch from Nisha. The break on the Timber Sword. This is the best opportunity they've got. He's pretty deep in, but the Timber Chain pulling Zai further away from the fight for Talmud. A lot of damage, but hey! He'll get it straight back again. The ET's put up, snapping back in. At least Tuskers a mid one to go down. Puppey, he's falling down quickly too. Same thing for Zai. Throw him up and drop him back down. Triple kill for Eurus. They lose the last lane of Frax on top, so Megas are here for Team Secret. But you have a 2-minute window where Timber does not have buyback. This feels like VG just have to go all in.
Yeah, Nisha doesn't have buyback either, so.
Can they push mid? Can they actually take the tier 4 towers and try and end this now?
Seeker just has to not lose the game in the next
Look at
100
Nisha.
seconds.
Nisha's going to stop this. He's pushing in the bottom lane. If he just hangs around here, he can take the tier 4 towers by himself. And look, Viper, he has to TP back. He knows it. He's already got BTs queued up. They have to get him to the front lines too. And Nisha, there goes his TP. 80 seconds.
Final stretch for VG. Can they bring it home?
Dire's middle
They're running out of time before the supports are coming alive.
BTs are up on Ori. He's got a TP to a creep, however, so he's got to be careful about the timing of this.
Fortification still up for Secret as well.
Yep. 66 seconds on the clock. Nice shackle. PYW in way too deep with the E-Blade pop. It's not enough to kill him off just yet. Matalman's still looking for a good target. They're just tossing him around, but Tiny doesn't have the life to survive this VG gaming. They're not feeling it anymore. And with Tiny dead, he's down for 70 seconds. And Ori, he never BT to the front lines to be part of this.
You kind of got to respect that he went for the kill, but a little over ambitious there. Win
wanna
did
fight.
not have buyback during that time, so that would have been crucial.
MKB just got given to Troll Warlord. He's got an Invis rune. Where's that Gem of True Sight? It's not on mid one. It's not on Matumba. They don't see anything. Is Puppey putting down sentry wards? Now they see him. Hit the stuns. He got the BKB off. Dodges at least the end of the shotgun blast. The BKB has been burnt. Viper BTing us up towards the front lines as well. The GA is going to wear off in a second. My God! Ori! Oh, he doesn't exist anymore. I don't think VG chances will live with it unless you can get Slab Eurus through this. Going big and not wanting to go home.
They already just called the GG.
They did.
Yeah, that might have been a bit preemptive. They forced some buybacks. They gave themselves a win condition, but Viper didn't even look like a hero in that last fight. He evaporated.
Man,
so much damage.
You want to switch to the cameras at VG. There's a small little discussion at the end of it. It's like, okay, guys, like, was that it? Was that done? Like,
Was that a bit out of frustration?
Did Troll actually have what they needed to win there?
Yeah, I mean, suddenly with both cores from Secret buying back, you have a win condition, and usually you see GGs in games that look rather hopeless. Yeah, that was a long shot, but by no means do I think they're 100% out there. Team Secret did look more convincing this game, but I think Timbersaw is the story of this series so far. 2-0, looks really good, no matter how good or bad his start is.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be Timber. It can just be Zai as well. Like, this guy is just a god on whatever hero he plays, but right now I think he's like ticking the box of both 4 and 3. Just terrific play by Team Secret, and VG Gaming, they tap out of game 2.
Team Secret's turn to ban. VICI Gaming's turn to ban. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to pick. Team Secret's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to pick.
Dusk.
VICI Gaming's turn to pick.
Shadow Fiend.
Ten seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to ban.
Winter Wyvern.
Ten seconds remaining. Secret's turn to ban. VICI Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to pick. VICI Gaming's turn to pick.
Venomancer.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
Puck.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to pick.
Morphling.
Team Secret's turn to ban.
Slug.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VICI Gaming's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to pick.
Rubik.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes. Prepare.
I appreciate your order of words, Shiva. Yes, we are here at the True Analyst desk, BSJ. We were talking about this throughout the draft as well. It really felt like Team Secret just were struggling to try and find that answer once they hit the 4th, 5th pickup. VICI have so much AoE control, and is the Centaur enough?
This, for me, might be the worst draft I've seen from Secret in a while. I'm also ready to be blown away by what they do with it. By no means am I going to count out a team like Secret. They do pull out some wonky strats sometimes, but for me, I think they just have counters across the board on VICI for what Secret's trying to do. Rubik, super good against the Veno. You steal his Plague Wards, they get the Poison Sting. You have the Puck Coil for the Centaur ultimate disengage. Yeah, they picked the Centaur, I think, because of the Doom. When you Doom somebody, you just use your Centaur ultimate to save them.
Yeah.
But no real reliable lockdown for the Slark. No instant disables that he can't just pack off.
And Slark's going against heroes like Centaur and Morphling, who like
He's
will
just going to
survive.
wail on him.
Yeah, and you'll just keep building up stronger and stronger and stronger. So long drawn-out fights, which Venomancer likes as well, doesn't help him.
Yep. Expecting to see a Diffusal Blade Ags from the Slark. We were talking about the Ags. I don't think he really needs an early mid-game BKB here. Yeah, they have a lot of damage on the side of Secret, but the Veno's a support. The SF's going to get doomed. We saw that earlier. That's makes SF not look very powerful. He does need to cast his spells in order to do most of his damage. So, like I said, I'm ready to be pleasantly surprised, but not liking Secret's draft all that much this game.
No, but hey, we'll see what they're able to do with it. VG will be able to take 3 of the 4 bounty runes to begin their game, as Gale's already been committed by Puppy. I love this early ward that was planted down as well by PYW. The Dire Observe ward just looking in front of the Radiant Tower. There's no way this safe lane can surprise the off lane of VG anymore. And it was not scouted out. He did it from inside the tree line.
Yeah, in the early stages of the lanes, it's really important to have all the information against these kill combos, like the Tuskar Venomancer. Just making sure you know who's in the lane and you know what to play around, because if you see them, not only does it mean you can play around them, but the other lanes don't have to be afraid. Sometimes in the early game, if you don't know where they are, like even top lane, maybe Slark would have to play more afraid, not knowing where the gankers are.
Still uncertain where Poppy's off to. He dragged a melee creep, and it's just gone for a bit of a wander around. Now DY back into the Arctic Burn. Poppy has to Gale up the Rubik, who still is holding that Fade Bolt. Mid one also very low. So they're trying to create space for Matumberman to get CS on this offlane, but right now he's still 1 CS behind that of the Doombringer. But it is holding this tri-lane versus tri-lane. Zayas done his own pulling on the top lane, but Eurus managed to drag the Radiant Creep Wave in between the Tier 1 and Tier 2 towers, so we can hold this back quite nicely.
Yeah, he's going to deny an entire creep wave here on the side of Eurus. They have this kill combo Venomancer Tuskar in the lane, but I don't really know if they can kill anybody, especially bottom. They have to protect this Morphling, but who do you go on? The supports are always going to be positioned in the back. The Doom just pushes Scorched Earth, and even if you bring him down, I think you might lose a couple casualties in response to that.
Yeah, the best thing you can hope for is like to burn consumables, but that's really it. At least until Rubik is level 2, there isn't that secondary control. Doom doesn't have any extra damage either. He still went for Scorched Earth level 1. And if he can find himself a nice creep, maybe he'll look towards that. Gale flies out. It does connect over on the Rubik, but mid one's low on life.
Hey, you Gale him, but now what? That's what I was trying to say, is you just walk at him with the Doom and they have to run away. When you both level your kill combo on the Tuskar as well as the Veno, like, you have to get kills, otherwise you just don't win the trades. Venomancer does not trade well without his Poison Sting, only hits for 45 damage.
Yep, they can't keep him close enough to get any extra levels. Meanwhile, everyone's level 2 on VICI Gaming.
That's already a 1K net worth lead at 2.5 minutes into the game.
That's because Ari's winning, every single lane is winning the CS battle at the moment. Splinter Blast, Matumman copying some extra damage, looking for the first blood over on Yang. DY helping for the tree line, but nothing can help out Yang. Not enough life to survive, and Matumman is the man who gets the extra goal for first blood. While Puck and Rubik were in the middle lane, Nisha, he's TPing back to the tier 2 tower, so he's able to grab the bottle from the courier as Puppy will soak up that level 2. So now he actually gets the Poison Sting.
That was smart. He TP'd mid knowing that Nisha was going to miss the wave. So even though Nisha doesn't get the levels for himself, Puppy, like you said, needed to find a way to get that level 2.
With Rubik moving through mid lane, he'll go towards the top lane to try and stop Zai, who's pulling a creep wave down, and he is able to do that. Grabs the Kobold, so Zai unable to get that free experience that he wants to get.
Slark absolutely free farming though.
22 for 4.
Seems like it's been that way every game. Pretty much every offlaner that's popular right now are these tanky melee heroes that can't really trade with Slark early on, and they choose to just dodge. None of them have really looked to pressure the Slark.
Another jump again. Heading towards Yang. DY can't really dissuade them, even though there's heavy damage onto Matumberman. Now that you get another Gale up, Puppy can keep the sting, and DY TPing also to the tier 2 tower. Just away from this battle. But something kind of has to change. Rubik has been sitting up on this top lane. Do you bring Puppy up here? Do you help out Zai, or is he still fine just by himself?
Nah, I think you kind of just let him do his own thing. Keep securing this lane for the Morphling. Zai's getting a lot of levels, does have decent CS as well.
Doesn't he do something to try and slow down this Slark? But I suppose like once he hits 6, right, like what do you do as a Veno? You don't do anything.
Yeah, maybe they just try to get the Centaur 6 as early as possible and like to punish the other lanes, but you can't really kill the Puck either, you know.
Yep.
Even more elusive of a hero than Slark. No instant disables on Secret. I just want to harp on that again. When you're dealing with Puck, Slark type heroes, you just have to have an easy way to kill them. And right now, I just don't see that happening for a long period of time for Secret. But they've been playing this kind of elusive, dodgy game this whole series. And in the first game didn't work out, but last game they did pull it off. Just a matter of, can you play elusive against a Puck Slark? I don't know if you can.
Feels hard. Zai. That's what I was worried about. He's still trying to get the creep skip in.
Permanent agility for Slark as well.
Yep.
2K net worth lead at 5 minutes for VICI.
Looks like it'll actually be a 3-1 rune trade once again in favor of VICI Gaming. Once the Slark has taken the top one, here we go again. The double slow is being applied to Yang, having a hard time getting away. TP support's coming in. PYW returns to the lane. Matumman waveforms forward, but that cold embrace giving Doom back his life. Matumman thrown forward so we can actually get the Thunder Puppy, following with the Splinter Blast and the range attack from Rubik. Great target identification from VICI Gaming.
Yeah, that was really nice. Any player would usually just throw the Morphling back into you, but with that Morph, he's not going to die. So using the Morphling himself to stun the Veno. Really smart play there.
After he uses waveform, it had to be so tempting. Does buy space a little bit for SF. The advantage for Nisha, like we saw him harassing pretty heavily into Ari. That's why Ari's gone all the way back to base. Now Puck TP's out, and yeah, they really want to kill off Zai.
It's free Agi too.
Free Agi, you've got Dream Coil available. They'll commit it as well. Centaur does not want to stand around. Silence forever, so we can't even hoof stomp. And the TP scroll wasn't available. From bottom lane.
Under attack.
Went to Wyvern, will have a hard time getting back to the tier 1 tower. Shards will fly forward. This will block DY in, but hey, no, it won't. This is a bird that can fly.
whatever Secret's game plan was going into this, I really don't know what it was, but so far proving to be just the case for VICI, already up by 3,000 gold. I think they just need to get some kills on the board. They need some levels first.
He's so close. Fadebolt's going to connect. They've still got telekinesis. Chance to block in the Gale. It only clips PYW. Slowing down his ability to close the range for the level 2 telekinesis.
Doom does have the cloak aura on his creep. Even less damage coming out from the Radiant side. SF as well as Venno primarily relying on that magic damage.
There you go, shovel it up. No, I got a Cobalt.
Yeah, I was going to say, get the Cobalt for the XP. He needs that 6 as soon as possible.
And there's the level 4 Doom. Level 5 and a bit, Centaur.
Yeah, they're free to apply this pressure. But Nisha, he is out-leveling Ori in the mid lane. So that is a potential saving grace for Secret here.
Mid one's returned to the bottom lane, hiding in the trees. But with Puppy's pull, the tri lane just moves over. And Puppy feels a little bit too far out. Mid one's going to arrive, slowing down Yang. The Infernal Blade will burn Puppy. Mid one, jumping over, just turns into Yang for a second with Nisha's arrival. Yang should not be able to escape this one. Nisha, a big kill, but that's his rotation off the mid lane.
Look at this Slark's net worth though, man. 4,100, top of the leaderboard. I mean, usually I don't look at net worth this early on in the game, but what a ridiculous disparity
Middle tower
at this start, just compared to anybody on the side of Secret, not just Matamba Man.
Don't know how you stop this.
Yeah, Centaur's getting good levels, but Doom still ahead of him on the net worth by a drastic margin of 500 this early on. When you'd think that Zai, being already level 6, would have that advantage when Doom's only level 4, but that's just not the case. They are staticking the net worth lead.
They want to go for Rubik. Shards will block it up. Mid one's going to close the range a little quicker to get that tag team to work. That'll work. Stampede coming in. Nisha, 1 raise, 2 raises. He's got the wrong max range to also go to work. And Winter Wyvern will cold embrace, but Ori's moved in. He's got the Dream Call. He's going to go for his opposite mid, and Nisha looks to wind up nothing because he's got nothing. He doesn't have that ultimate available yet. It's only in level 8, and he's a 4-4 build.
Eurus already TPing bottom, looking to be a part of the fight here. Free agility.
Chase Puppy under the tower. Puppy begins his TP out. Can't complete it. Yang providing just that little bit of extra damage to actually take the last hit. But yep, 3 permanent agility currently on Eurus. 9 minutes in. Zai, now he's on the run underneath the tower. Telekinesis has already been used. Zai, man, that's ballsy. He's salving. He's not TPing. The Morphling is nearby. Observers and sentries planted. Zai now comes out. He doesn't have Stampede available. And you've also got Ori. Man, this guy just loves to keep the rotations going. The Matumberman sees the potential kill over on the Rubik. If he hits the waveform, Shards flying forward. Now silence! Ori catches him. The Hopstop won't connect from Zai. Matumberman's rotation ends up for naught. And Zai is the man retreating out. They're trying to push the limits. It would have only got the support. Zai will dig, and then he'll go down too.
Oh my god, he also fed the 7 extra gold to the puck in the meantime.
So Eurus gets to take the tier 1 tower on top lane while Secret fall apart on the top.
All jokes aside, sick play from Ori on the puck, but at the same time, they made it pretty easy on the side of Secret. No instant disables, just dodging the Centaur stun relatively predictably.
Oh, VG feeling very royal. The jelly is into the Rubik. And he'll even give one over to the puck, I believe. Yep.
And the other one for the Slark. Poor play.
Yeah, look at him go. He's being a real support.
Wow, what a boss.
He'll even pick up the bounty runes on the way through.
He's almost got a Diffusal Blade already on Slark. That's going to be an 11-12 minute Diffusal Blade. Level 10.
This is some speedy stuff. Top tier 1 tower is finally brought down. Snowball forward, looking for the Winter Wyvern. The Shards couldn't catch him out, but DY now does hit the ground. But Nisha and Matumberman, they're just so non-maneuverable. They have to walk their way in. Now Puck, a 2-man Dream Call. Cold Embrace buys DY some time. Another quick silence. DY, he's still regenerating. The Doom is out. It's on the SF. No Requiem for you, but at least the Dream Call's gone, so the Stampede can be a little bit more effective. But Tuskar picked up, thrown down once more as Eurus jumps itself forward. The Tuskar Snowball delaying this up. But look at Doombringer's movement speed. You've already got the kill on mid one, but Nisha can't outrun this Doombringer. He's got the speed aura as Ivan Matumba. Get away from my core.
That's a Stampede down, though. I think that ability is more important for Secret than the Doom is for VICI. Already have the Diffusal Blade on Slark, going the Axe next, as we talked about. At that point, man, they already can't kill him now. I'm looking for a window for Secret. Where does this game get simpler? Dota Plus seems to think they're in a decent spot. 39% chance of them here.
Where does that 39% come from?
That's what I want to know, Dota Plus. Give me an explanation, please.
Yes, numbers without reasoning make no sense. And this puck has been everything. As far as one of the greatest heroes of this tournament. Now he's got one of the big parts of it, the phase shift attack. Level 10 is up, going for Blink Dagger for Ori next. Looking to stay with the initiation. And the normal build from the Slark with the Aghanim Scepter. As most things happen, once the tier 1 tower and bottom lane is lost for Radiant, they'll also lose that outpost. Doombringer will claim that. More jelly. Centaur does not wait. Zai consumes one.
He's going a Blink Dagger of his own, but by no means does that secure kills. That's the difference in my opinion. Once you have this Blink Puck, almost everyone on Secret will die to that Blink Coil Silence, but you have to Blink Centaur Stomp a Slark or a Puck. If they're aware, if they're ready, they're gonna be able to react to that. But if they manage to find that opening on the side of Secret, they can blow the game wide open. It's kind of like they already did previously in this series.
VICI are the ones who are hunting. 3-man smoke up. There was a ping that came out, and I think mid one was meant to move over a little early so he could check for the smoke gank, and then he'll end up walking into it. Nope, Nisha's there too early. Got one quick raise, the Death Requiem's out, but the Dreamcore catches Tuskar, who was coming over to try and help out. He might get a snowball quickly. Nope, just dies straight up. And then towards the mid, Doombringer. Doom is back off cooldown. He just throws it out.
Hope he jukes him.
And he does, back up to his Plague Wards. The Tommy sitting in the back lines, but yeah, you don't juke for long. Eurus now has a double kill, actually helps the fact he gets over. 6 permanent agility. Yeah. And now they think about Zai on bottom? No, Doom's just cleaning up the mess. Feels like VICI have to make a huge mistake for Team Secret to get back in this game.
I think they have complete control whether or not they win this game. I think as long as they play smooth, don't overcommit at any point, look for kills off cooldowns, but don't need to force it otherwise. Going for the Diffusal Blade on Matumman. He originally had the Lincolns, has the casual Ring of Health, but I think he's realizing that he can't afford to go for this luxury item against the Doom. Even though I don't even consider it a luxury item. I think it's almost a necessity, but it's just going to come online too slowly, I think, if he does.
This is so fast a VG game, he just to turn around. Every 70 seconds that Dream calls off, you know this puck continues to hunt. He's even going to use the Arcane Rune just to slow it down a little bit more. Stampede forward, goes up, goes down, doesn't want to have to break it. Ori is nearby, he went in pretty deep, and now Puppy, well, he's got no Nova, then he's got no HP. Down he goes, mid one Nisha, they're both trying to get into this. And what have they really got? They've got nothing because Stampede got stolen. So VG Gaming, they disengage, and now they re-engage under the Dome Dire Observer. Another great double silence. This looks so easy. And you know Doom is diving.
Radiant's middle tower is under
The Yang thinks twice about it. A level 5 Tuskar does not seem worth it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Interesting box being drawn by Puppy. He's basically just drawing around the northern side. Maybe that's the only place they really can fight now, where the tier 1 tower still exists. Get some vision around this area.
You need to try to take fights on your own terms on the side of Secret. They're kind of just playing reactionary Dota right now. I don't think you can afford to just keep letting VG do this, but until the Centaur blink, I don't really know what you do to force the fight for Secret.
You know how far ahead the Slark has to be? Diffusal Blade, not even just going straight Ags. He's got a Midas coming out on the Courier.
Wow. Is that necessary? That's
No.
kind of my question, right?
Hey, who were we talking about before in the back room about like you pick up the, oh, that's right, it was Pegasus. It was Jimmy.
Yeah.
The Tidehunter Midas. You're ahead, but is this going to keep pushing you further ahead?
Is modeling your gameplay off of Jimmy the right play, totally? I'm just kidding, Jimmy, if you're listening.
He's somewhere here in Singapore. Mid one, Snowball. Delaying the inevitable. Nisha, oh no, the curse is up. Hold him in position, Doom up, the SF. He only had 19 souls to begin with. He's going to drop down a little bit more. He's like, can someone please deny me under my own tower? Down to 10 souls. And that's the 4th death for this SF. They just keep going and going.
Kills galore for VICI, yeah.
+9, about to be +10. Zai just cannot walk away. At this point, I wouldn't even get yourself a beverage. Be preparing yourself for the GG call. GG are in permanent control of this map. Team Secret, you said they're playing reactionary Dota. I don't know how they initiate. You don't have a blink on Centaur. Your shards can't block up. The Rubik just uses Stampede to escape. It was wearing off anyway.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You hate to say it at the start of the game, and I kind of hinted at it. This is like the worst draft I've seen here they go in a while. They got to make something happen now.
They're going after Yang. This is where they could potentially get a kill. Some kind of upside. They're walking away from them. Take him in the snowball. You may as well commit to it. Your snowball's not even long enough. Yang out walks the snow.
I can relate, Toby.
No.
Does have the point booster towards the Ags as well.
Well, here we go. PYW locked inside the shots. Telekinesis being used. We're going to stun over on Nisha. Now the Stampede forward. Snowball catching out the Rubik. Zai's going to be here as well. But now with the stolen Snowball, he waits this out. Yang still ready to fight, given the movement speed. Can he do it? No, PYW will go down. Now they move over towards Yang, but the curse is on the Centaur Warrunner. He will be able to tank through most of this, however, while Puck and Slark kill up the bigger carry in the back lines, which is the Morphling. He got Genova off, but the big cores are coming over. VG Gaming have just used their money to buy back in. Nisha winding up the Requiem. Your fear Eurus away, but he instantly breaks free thanks to Dark Pack. A couple of raises. The Nisha can't do much more. Dead for 46 seconds. Zai will join him in the afterlife as well. Ori's just staying with him. He's fading out the war stomp, waiting for the phase shift timing. Zai goes down. PYW. Tribute to Yapsor, who's not here for Team Secret, and GG comes out. Not even 19 minutes, 18 minutes and 39 seconds will be on the clock as this game 3 comes to an end, and VG Gaming eliminate Team Secret for the One Esports World Pro Invitationals here in Singapore.
I said it at the start, I'll say it now. That was just the weirdest draft for me. I don't know. They picked Morphling into Puck. I thought, hey, they gave him Puck. They know